over for the power steering and traction, but they got it resolved, and he's ready to go for another win here in the limited late models tonight.
We're ready. It's showtime. Final feature event of the night. Who is going to be the movers and shakers here? Keep your eyes in the competition on this one. The 66 was very strong in qualifying for Justin Bren, Paul LaRoute, and that Supreme Industries car. He was strong last week, and he's looking to visit victory lane for the very first time in 2014. Never count out Austin Bassett or the Saunders twins or David LaRoute. And then the battle of the championship, the 88 of Provost and the number 9 of Hayes.
As we have a cleanup in turn number 1, you see that trail of Speedy Dry going across the track into turn number 1. It's almost like maybe somebody on his way off the track left a puddle there, so we have to get that Speedy Dry blown away before we can get this race started. Glenn Barkowski has led a lot of laps this year, but usually tails off in the second half of the race. That is something he will be trying to rectify tonight in that white number 7 car. He comes from Manchester. A couple of other guys to keep an eye on. Well, we saw trouble for Sears last week, but that car looks in pretty good shape tonight. They went from the scrap heap, and the number 36 car looks good enough to be a contender this evening.
Last week, the Supreme Industries car for Paul LaRoute had a great run going as well. He was extremely disappointed when he got involved in a mix-up in the event. No fault of his own. Tonight, well, he'd like to put that Supreme Industries car on the podium for the very first time.
And it seems almost everybody got into trouble a week ago. Now, Dwayne Provost, remember that car was severely damaged after his qualifying run. He didn't even complete it. So we'll see how healthy that number 88 car is. Now, Dwayne Provost is starting on the outside of the 5th row.
Hayes is there. He's there with some pretty good company, as Hayes has been very cautious in qualifying tonight. We noticed that. There's the double greens. And Bren. It's off to a good start. Car number 66.
Well, he had a great getaway as he got away from Barkowski. And now it is Norman Sears providing some pressure. And we talked about a damaged race car. It doesn't look that damaged now, does it? As Provost is trying to hang in there.
Certainly is. Already the Supreme Industries car for Paul LaRoute and Sears are side by side in a battle for the third spot. Barkowski holding on for second, but for how long? Bassett is moving there, and you're right, Matt. Provost has got a car that's working inside and outside.
Yeah, if you could get by David LaRoute, that is an indication that you're pretty strong, and he just executes that move. 3 wide on the front straightaway. The winner of that battle is Austin Bassett as he camps out into 4th place.
Good battle right there, side-by-side racing. Barkowski still in second. Bren is the rabbit hunted by the dogs out in front. Bren's been to victory lane this season. He is a driver that has consistently improved each and every time out. Now look at Sears working over Sana. That's a good battle for the 5th position. And then there's some side-by-side racing with David LaRoute and Provost. And Hayes realizes he's got to bring his A game if he's going to be a factor for that title.
Now, Provost is usually better on the inside, but he is doing a great job on the high groove to try to clear the 28 of David LaRoute. So that is a very intriguing battle, but a huge lead is opened up by Justin Bren. Best battle, 4th and 5th, as Austin Bassett is going to get a threat from Albert Hayes.
Certainly is. Back up front, Paul LaRoute, that Supreme Industries car, is working over Barkowski. That's a good battle, 2nd spot as well. 5 of the 20 circuits into the record books in this one.
And let's see what Saunders can do with that 0-4 against Austin Bassett. He stays pinned to the back bumper of the 64 car, and Bassett is making a move as he is putting some heat on the back bumper of Paul LaRoute's number 82 car. So some very interesting racing.
They come off the second turn and down the back straightaway. Paul LaRoute still holding on in that 3rd position. That Supreme Industries car looking strong here tonight. There is Austin Bassett trying to create some magic on the bottom. Saunders is there, side-by-side racing for the third spot. 3-wide action. And Austin Bassett picks up the third spot. Here comes Andrew Hayes. Bottom shot move down underneath Sears. Paul LaRoute is there. And so isn't Jesse Hines, David LaRoute, and Provost. Out in front and pulling away. Justin Bren. His dad ran that number and that combination here in the early days of the All-American Sportsman Division. Trouble now. Further back, Provost, car that looked so strong for a while, is starting to weaken. And it's dropping further back in the field. David LaRoute's car not up to speed as well. This time by 10 circuits to go. For Justin Bren. Barkowski still in second. Austin Bassett still in the third spot. Saunders in the fourth position. And Paul LaRoute, that Supreme Industries car, has got 5. Just in of Hayes. Now Hayes picks up the spot, Matt.
And Hayes is starting to make some noise here in the second half of the race as Hayes has maneuvered his way into 5th place.
While that was happening, Paul LaRoute's car suddenly became evil. Got sideways on him, did a good job of correcting that. A little further back in the field, Provost is just riding it out at this point. Bassett putting pressure on the 7 of Barkowski. Austin Bassett takes a peek at the inside. Second place is where it's happening, Matt.
Let's see, Bassett is going to make a challenge as Barkowski trying to get on the podium. That would be a significant accomplishment for him. But awesome Austin Bassett with 1 win this year is nipping at his heels as they fly into the 4th turn. It's a good job for Albert Saunders in 4th, and Andrew Hayes. Right now he is doing just what he needs to do. Run a steady pace and try to get as many points as he can.
He's doing just that. Leader is still Bren, setting a nice pace as the leader, running away like the scared rabbit from the dogs in the hunt for another victory here at the half mile. Off turn number 4, high 5 coming out from Rich Keeter. Good battle for second.
It looks like Bassett just is about ready to take a shot at the 7, but not yet. A pretty good move coming off the corner by Glenn Barkowski as Bassett is not able to get close enough to make that bottom shot move. Let's see if he tries it again as they go into turn number 1.
Glenn Barkowski has driven a flawless race tonight in second. Nobody's handed anything to him, and he has held off all the opposition here. This time when they come back to the line, 17 of 20. 3 circuits, a mile and a half.
Glenn Barkowski has had 2 third-place finishes this year, but this would be his first second place if he can hold off Austin Bassett for a few more laps. Good run, Albert Saunders. He's rounding out the top 5. And Jesse Hines, remember, he started at the rear of the field, and he is starting to gain some ground.
All of a sudden, Provost makes his move and goes around. Oh!
Norm Sears.
Norm Sears' car spun to avoid in a 3-car mix-up, and Saunders had no place to go, and they hit head-on. What a heartbreaker there.
That was a pretty severe collision between the 36th, I believe, the 4 car of Cliff Saunders and another car involved, but some serious damage to the front of that vehicle.
Safety Services Group, they've done a great job in 2014. Hats off to these guys. Hardworking, dedicated, the unsung heroes
and two of the best safety-looking vehicles you will find anywhere.
That's right, and you can purchase a vehicle exactly like those at Family Ford of Enfield. Get ready. Justin Bren's commanding lead is all but gone. Barkowski, S finished, has been a third. Bren gets a little giddy up, and don't count out the Saunders number 04 as Austin Bassett. He lost some ground, Matt.
Yeah, he goes to fourth, and Glenn Barkowski, he was able to get to the inside for track position. He is holding off the challenge of Albert Saunders down to the final lap. It's Justin Brent trying to keep it together, and Glenn Barkowski is looking for his best finish of the season.
Down the back straightaway, battle for second. Final time into turn number 3. Barkowski on the inside. Saunders on the outside. But Justin Bren has done it. Another victory here at Stafford. Second, close one. But I think Albert Saunders squeaked out the runner-up spot, Matt.
That's what our scoring...